Hello everyone, it's Rocky. Thanks for joining my channel. Today is an interesting one. I always say it's interesting or a cool one, but it is a little bit of a departure from how the content that I'm usually posting. So today is more of a personal update, and I don't normally do this. I'm usually quite bubbly and just, you know, talking about fashion and funny and fun things. But today I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on me. So first I'm going to start with the superficial. So last video, the very last video that I did was on some things that I picked up, a little bit of a haul, and I just kind of sped through things and showed you what I wore. The thing is that I filmed the try-on part and my commentary on 2 different days, so I was unable to tell you what I really thought about some of the pieces. So today I'm going to give you a little bit of feedback on one of the pieces that I bought, and that is the white pair of jeans from Opening Ceremony. So Opening Ceremony is a higher end brand. You would probably normally see them, you know, on the runway during Fashion Week in Paris, London, New York, whatever. And typically it's more like, from what I've seen, things that you aspire to wear but can't afford, and everybody makes dupes of what they create. So it's kind of like one of the standards for fashion. So this pair is a pair of jeans that I bought from Nordstrom Rack. And this pair of jeans particularly was interesting because the waist is it's a girlfriend pair of jeans. The waist is like high-low, high in the back, low in the front. You can see how that dips down a bit. So I was raving about how interesting that concept seemed, where it's higher in the back and lower in the front, so that you know, you don't have the panties showing. Well, I like the concept, the idea. I put it on, and I'm fine with it, except I didn't put it on with a belt when I showed it to you guys. And the thing is, it's weird to wear with a belt because belts go evenly around your waist. It just kind of does that. And these feel weird with a belt because there's that tilt, that high-low going with the waist. So I'm not sure, you know, exactly if I have to loosen the belt or what. I have to figure that part out. But additionally, the jean itself is super hard. There's absolutely zero stretch to these, and it's a very hard denim. So that's a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is that it will last you forever and ever. Unfortunately, these are white, so they will not last me forever and ever. I am very clumsy and kind of careless when it comes to my clothes in some regards, so this will not stay white for as long as forever and ever. The bad thing about it is that they're hard. You know, most of us women are used to a little bit of stretch, or at least the denim being sort of beat up and worn a bit, so that they're a little bit more comfortable and you can kind of move around in them. This is a girlfriend fit, so it's looser, so that's a plus, but it's still really hard. So it's gonna take me a while to wear these in, but just wanted to give you the warning that this is a very hard denim. The next thing I wanted to talk about is not something that I showed you before, but it is called a Tangle Teaser. It's a brush that is supposed to get all kinds of tangles out of any textured hair, wet or dry, without a lot of damage, without pulling, breaking, ripping out your hair, whatever the case may be. I saw some other YouTubers demonstrating this brush, and I decided that I needed to have it for myself because I struggle with detangling my hair. I usually finger detangle, and it doesn't get all the tangles out when I finger detangle. I usually end up with little dreadlocks, some, you know, deep within my hair, the parts that I miss, because your fingers are pretty wide, right? So I do miss some, and some of the curls end up getting tangled around shed hair and then creating little locks. And I struggle with knots on the ends of my hair too because my strands are so fine. So I spend a lot of my days just actually, I can't keep my fingers out of my hair because I'm always picking out shed hair and knots. So I thought I'd give this brush a try, and oh my gosh, this brush, when you brush your hair, sounds like every single strand is being pulled straight from the roots out. It's like so I did brush my hair with it last night and put some product in it. It's still kind of wet from last night, so I didn't want to take it down, so I slapped the hat on, so that's why I look a bit different today. Yeah, that's that. I have this Tangle Teezer. The detangling process was really nice. I did lose less hair. I still had some hair come out, and I imagine that's just the shed hair and the removal of some of the locks that I still have in my hair from time to time. So I did have some hair, but I want to see how well this works the next time around. Now that I've gotten a good baseline, gotten everything detangled, next week when I do my wash again, I'd like to see how much comes out that time. But so far, I am here. Well, no, I'm here with it. Next week, I'll let you know if I'm here with it and if I can actually recommend it. But it is terrifying and horrifying hearing how this sounds when you brush it through your hair. So, but it is not ripping your hair. So anyway, I'll give you an update on this next week. But Tangle Teezer is what it's called. The next thing I want to talk about is more personal. I have been having an interesting sort of month altogether. I've been having health issues here and there. So I don't know if you could tell, but several videos ago, the way that I spoke was a little bit different. It's because I had some dental work that needed to be done. I had a fill-in when I was about 10, and of course way back then they don't care, they just kind of did whatever. The fill-in was rather larger than it needed to be. By the time I became an adult, it was time to replace the filling a couple of times, and each time that they replaced the filling, the work got bigger, you know, took up more space of my tooth. And because of that, every time that something needs to be done in my mouth, causes trauma to the nerves, all kinds of stuff that they explained, and I kept having all this soreness and pain and couldn't understand why, and it was because of that. So then I had to go in. So for a while, you may have noticed I was speaking differently because I was sore. I grind my teeth at night, and it just made things worse. So then I went in, and they were talking about extracting my tooth. I'm like, no, don't take my tooth. But they did not. They ended up doing some other work to save it and whatever, and that caused me to speak a little bit differently too. So that was all of that. I had to deal with that. And then this past week, I was dealing with some new issues. Started around Halloween, which I'll show you really quickly, the montage of costumes that I wore for Halloween. I don't know what possessed me to wear so many costumes, but I enjoy wearing costumes. Some of them not quite costumes, but I just love dressing up. But anyway, I started to feel I just did not feel well, and ended up going to the doctor and then to urgent care, and then landed in the ER. And I'm still dealing with that and healing from it. So you may notice that my breathing is a little off because I'm dealing with a little something. It's not life-threatening at all, so don't worry. But it just takes about, a couple weeks to get over what I'm getting over. And the next few videos may have a little less enthusiasm as usual. It's just because I just don't have the wind or the energy to give it in these videos, but I will continue. As usual, can't stop me. But I'll be probably doing a few styling videos and a couple of haul videos for you coming up. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. The weather here has turned. I promised you so much this past year. I feel so bad. I wanted to take you on field trips while it was really warm and go out and kind of show you the streets of Chicago and some of the cool things that you would normally see out and about. But I just told you, I told you before, this city worries me. I just felt really weird and unsafe going out with a camera by myself. I felt like it would attract too much attention to myself. So I need to find a field trip buddy. That's what I need to do. So any of you who know me in real life, if you're interested in being my field trip buddy, that might help. And then maybe even a camera person, because I suck at carrying a camera around and vlogging. You guys know that because you have complained about getting seasick, getting motion sickness when I hold the cameras up. That's why most of these are just like seated and still, because I cannot hold the stinking camera without it being like, I don't know what my problem is. So anyway, any of you want to be my vlogging or field trip buddies, I am open. But otherwise, I feel so bad that I have let you down on the promises that I made on the types of footage and types of content that I was going to give you over the past summer. But I will find a way to make up for all of that. I promise I will. But in the meantime, we're going to stick with what I do best, and we're going to do these seated type of vlogs and cutaways. That's what I can do. All right, guys. Oh, if you haven't already, I forgot to put in my pitch. If you haven't already, hit the red subscribe button. It's right there. It's red, has a little arrow, says subscribe. Just click it. And if you haven't, and if you have already subscribed, hit the bell button so you can get notifications from when I post new videos. I think you'd like that. If you like these types of videos, or the other one, not this one, this was a little lame, but the other ones, if you like those, click that reminder button so you can be in the know. And lastly, this is the good part. I am doing an Aveda prize pack giveaway once I reach 200 subscribers. So for me, the past 2-3 weeks have been a whirlwind of new subscriptions for me, believe it or not, because I've gotten about 25 new subscribers, and that's huge for me. So we just need 24 more and we will reach 200. So help me do that. If you ever wanted to give me a gift or do something special for me, post this link on your social media and ask your friends to check me out. I think they'll like it. If you like it, I think they'll like it. Thanks for joining my channel today. Bye.